We got to move on because there was one other game that was super. It was amazing. I mean, outside the Washington game, we know about that. But it came down to it came down to the wire. The Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield drove them down the field, scored the touchdown, and you're like, oh man, this one's over. But Stroud had 2 timeouts, and he somehow pinpoint accuracy maneuvered that team down the field. We got to bring in our buddy AJ because he's a diehard Bucs fan, and we got to ask him how he's feeling.
Let's go, AJ.
What up, baby?
What's up? How y'all doing? First of all, I enjoyed this show. I like Janae's energy. She reminds me of myself when I'm on the Aftermath. So I always enjoy it. I enjoy the passion, you know, despite your team losing. You guys are in good shape record-wise. Dak is going to be Dak. I'm just going to leave it at that. I want to give a shout-out, though, to the Washington team because you did something despite losing players. You added by basically saying you still got to coach and play the game. You did. Now, you were fortunate that you were coming up on a team that's bad themselves, but I enjoy that. I think a lot of times people think when you lose certain players, the team is going to fold. Not necessarily. It kind of actually makes other players work harder because if they can be traded, that means other people, their livelihood is on the line. Exactly. So I used to tell, especially the kids, this all the time. I used to coach. When you see stars leaving, that means you're about to be out the door.
Next man up.
Yourself something. So you guys have a battle. I think honestly, your Washington team can give the Cowboys and Eagles fits because Washington did give Eagles fits, but overall, the Eagles are the best team. Hurts is the best quarterback in the division, in my opinion. Dak, he's just Dak. Unless he changes, it is what it is.
But I will put this out there. I think our defense,
somebody's nipping on the heels,
way better than the Eagles. So they're not going to be able to do what they were doing with the Eagles.
Here's the thing about your Cowboys defense. Unfortunately, I think ego drives your defense and it's individualism. And unfortunately, that comes back to bite you. You got stars. Micah Parsons is a star, but at the same time, he's a star that gets in his own way. He has an ego. I could literally tweet something to disrespect him right now, and it'll take him out of his game. So until you guys as a unit can get together, that is something that Dan Quinn is going to have to do because he has to basically try to bring that mentality from the Legion of Boom to Dallas. He hasn't done that yet. So until that happens, that's why your team can go up and down.
Very true.
So
I think, but with bad teams, we're usually up.
Well, yeah,
I'm going to put that out there.
You have the talent to do it. So, but the issue is what happens when you play the good teams and
that's the problem.
They get your numbers.
Like Washington.
Washington. I think you guys might move on from Rivera, and I think
it's happening.
You guys are building on the future, but now your defenses. I think you'll get more defensive help, but I think you guys want to go into offensive kind of power now with the enemy there. So good luck to you guys. I hope the best.
For sure.
With the new ownership, you guys, I see a bright future for you because you're not going to be stuck. And now we're gonna go to the game. The Buccaneers lose 37-39. Yesterday I was not okay. I can tell you that now. I was distraught. I was flabbergasted. I was bamboozled. I was hoodwinked. I was taken aback.
AJ. Look, on a level between losing 40-20 to the Bears or losing to the 1-5 Giants, how mad were you?
To the 1-5 Giants, I was mad. You lost against a team that you were better than. Yeah, and it's simply, unfortunately, we don't have a coach that can lead us. And as I already said, this is why I applied for the organization, because you have to believe in your players as a coach. And when you don't, you're really just setting your team up for what I call a stalemate of misery, which means it's going to be years and years of promises and hopes. And that's not what it is. The perfect example of believing in your team is, Janae said it earlier, the Texans literally took their running back out there to kick. They didn't have to do that. But what did the special teams coach do? He believed in his player. I think a lot of guys today, because I've been getting a lot of flack because a lot of people were saying, no, Bowles did this the right way. No, he did not. This is how you can tell people who've actually played the game and actually have been in those situations and who's been on the sideline. A scheme don't mean a damn thing unless the players can execute it. How many times did we see Calvin Johnson go for a jump up ball and they knew what was going to happen, but he caught it? Great players can make things happen regardless. Bowles, unfortunately, is our Achilles heel. This dude, Sprout, is good, but he had 470 yards and 5 touchdowns, no picks. That's a disgrace. And you are a defensive-minded coach. How do you allow them? This basically what wraps up Bowles' defensive scheme in a nutshell is this. Okay, all the cushion in the world, and he's stubborn. He's very stubborn. So a guy like that, if you're going to be stubborn, take it somewhere else. And his track record shows defense will be solid, but eventually it wears out. He's just not a good coach. He's not a good leader amongst men. He can't make those hard decisions. And I'm done. So at this point of the season, I'm not going to put emotional energy into it anymore. I'm just going to observe and report, and I'm just going to make my analysis so Jason Light and somebody else in the organization can see that I can separate my emotions from the team and just go, okay, it's about winning. But at this point, I've lost 90% of my faith in Bowles, and Canales, our coordinator, 65% because he don't know what he's doing.
Oof. Are you content with Baker Mayfield being your guy?
For right now, yes. The reason why I say that, Baker is not playing bad ball. 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's doing his part. They're still not setting him up. Baker, the issue that I think a lot of people are not realizing, Baker is not Brady. He's not a pocket throwing quarterback. One, he's too short to try to just stay there and throw. All people are going to do, all defensive linemen do is put their arms up in the air. And he doesn't have the vision of Brady. But who does? Brady is the GOAT. That's like Peyton Manning and all those type of players. He is a guy that he's an improviser. He throws better passes on the run. And if you're going to put him in the middle, he needs to get the ball out quick, which means he should already have a play where his first option he knows. He doesn't need to scan. Yes. This offense, Baker is a rhythm quarterback. He needs at least 5 plays to get him going. And that's why I'm content with Baker. Now, if we continue, I think the people are stuck on the fact that this is a loaded quarterback draft this season, but I'm not putting too much stock in that because people thought Bryce Young was going to be the man. And he's not. Bryce Young is not. He's not good. This is his first year has not been good. So you cannot bank on a draft pick. The draft is literally a gamble too.
And I mean, to your point about Baker, I mean, take us through that last drive. I mean, I thought he showed me everything I needed to see in that drive, taking your team down the field. There were some penalties. There was a couple issues, but he was able to drive it. I mean, ice in his veins. Take us through that, and then obviously what happened after that.
Well, absolutely. First off, they finally, I don't know if they heard me on TV, but they finally listened to what I said. Auden is a great catcher in the middle. They never exploit the middle. And when he got the playoff, he literally took him 1 second to know where he was going, and he zipped it. Oh, I think if anything, Bowles owes Baker an apology. Baker had ice in his veins, and he was on a mission, and he did it. Yeah. He did it, and shame on you, Bowles. Shame on you for wasting that. But this isn't his first time being this kind of person. Bowles just happened to always screw us in the big moments. You know what this game reminded me of? The Bucks when we played the Rams in the playoffs in the 2021 season, when the Bucks came back from so many points and we tied the game when Leonard Fournette ran the ball. And what does Bowles decide to do? He decides to blitz against and then do not double Cooper Kupp, and he makes that deep catch and they get a field goal and the game is over. So Bowles, again, he's not clutch. So that drive, I was like superb, Baker. But then when that play after that, I was pissed because I don't know if you guys saw it, but Levante David got called for a penalty for throwing his helmet down.
That's what he did. I was wondering what he did for the penalty.
But he was in disgust, absolutely. And if you guys go check my Twitter out on AJ Turnoff on X, I call it Twitter. Oh, I got a lot of controversy because I put up the cushion And I said, what's wrong with this picture? So, guys, Carlton Davis and Jamel Dean are better at being man press coverage. Gotcha. I think overall, the basics, man coverage is the basics. If you get beat, you get beat. The other guy on the other side, McCollum, he's not that good at – he's still finding his way, but I would have been more comfortable with him playing man than zone. Yeah. Zone is a thinking man's game. If you're not Richard Sherman or you don't have the speed to recover, you're just going to confuse your DBs. And that's if you look at the last play, Sprout, all the receivers were running free like gazettes in the middle of the field. Unacceptable, inexcusable. That alone is a fireable offense. They set a record on your team. And you're a defensive-minded guy. You don't deserve to be in this position anymore. And the Glazers are not going to get rid of him until the end of the season. But at that point, you're losing the locker room and you're shutting down a lot of players. Mike Evans, if I'm Mike Evans, why would I want to come back to this nonsense?
Yeah, he 1 foot out the door. He 1 foot off the door.
If I'm Levante David, why would I want to come back to this nonsense? I can retire or go somewhere else and just get one more big check and call it a day. You know, it's bleak right now in Tampa. I tell you that now, because we're in a position where coach is more afraid of the other opponents than believing in his own players. And if I was a player, I don't know. I'd have to have a talk with Bowles. I'd ask him, do you believe in me or do you believe in the other team? If you believe in the other team, I think you need to go play for them.
100%.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Oh, yeah. So, look, go ahead, Janae.
No, I was just going to say I 100% agree with him. I mean, half of these players are going to roll out only because of how they're being coached. It's not even working. I mean, Mike Evans only had 4 receptions yesterday. It baffles me that y'all got this guy, and he's a beast. And what y'all were able to do without even utilizing him, but if you utilize him, God, you guys, man, yeah, I think it's coaching for sure. Both, I think he's out of there. I think so.
Yeah, he needs to be. Hey, but look, AJ, the reason why we even conversed and talked was this morning. I was on YouTube looking at some stuff, and all of a sudden I see this well-dressed man sitting properly, and he's addressing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers about potentially coaching. So I'm going to put you on a solo screen, and I'm going to give you an opportunity. Talk to the Glazers, talk to Light, let them know why you would be the best candidate for a coaching position. Let's go.
Well, as I said earlier to the Glazers and Jason Light, my number one priority is this organization. This is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This isn't just me coming as a fan. This is me with the mindset of I want to win games. And by winning games, that means you put your players in the best position. And most importantly, as a coach, you must believe in them. If you do not believe in this team and you have more fear for the other opponents, you do not deserve to be a leader amongst these men, because these are men and they have confidence and they need that. And that's where I come in. But also, I'm inventive. I'm a student of the game. I ask questions that I don't know, and I'm just here. And I have the energy and passion. And I told you, my biggest thing is passion and accountability. So that is what I would bring to your organization. Again, I can conduct myself in a professional manner. Can I be colorful at times? Yes, but I can know when to be discreet. And again, I'm here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is the number one priority. I do not want this team to fail when there's so much promise and talent, because first of all, that is not good business. When your team is losing, that's bad business, especially if they have no direction. My direction is glory and greatness. So I say to you, Jason Light, I say unto you, the Glazers, I just need 5 minutes of your time. I have the plays for the offense. I have the scheme that I could for the running backs. And I also have a few things up my sleeve for the defense. So please just give me that opportunity, and I will appreciate you for your time. And as always, go Buccaneers.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know I can call Jerry. Jerry, hire my man AJ, man. He got the plays for
it. Hey, our colors are almost the same. Come on over to Washington. Come on over. You already know. You know about the mumbo sauce. You a DC boy.
Exactly.
Come on to Washington.
He wants to go where there's a winning opportunity.
I want to go where there's an opportunity in general. I love this game.
Yes. Let's go.
If they ask me right now, if you're someone to say, do you think you could play? Yes, I'm pushing my mid-30s, but I'm telling you right now, I'm still in good shape, and I'm doing this on a part-time. I have a full-time job. I'm still in the gym putting up 335 like it's
Let's
nothing.
Go!
I'm still squatting 400 like it's nothing. I can do a lot of these things, and I have no major injuries. So if I need to come out there for at least 2 to 3 plays, I could do it. But I'm going to be realistic. I just want to pass my knowledge to the game to the younger generation because, again, that's what I'm about.
Squatting 400, let's go.
Oh, yeah, no, my max was 515. No, 525.
Yeah. All right, Nick Chubb.
Well, yeah, you can definitely play right now. You can definitely be in the gym with them boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And look, for the folks who don't believe me, go check my Instagram, AJ Turnup. I back up my words with my actions.
Let's go.
But Dallas need a little running back, man. We need you.
Look,
we need you.
Stop. Nobody wants to play for the daggone Cowboys. Get out of here. Right?
I'll go anywhere. I don't care who it is. It could be a team, whatever team has the worst line, I'll still make something happen.
Let's go.
I'll pay you not to go to Dallas. All right, bro.
I like AJ, man. I like this guy. I like him.
Yes.
Please, AJ. Say it again.
Please have me back on. I would love to continue to talk.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yes. We have to have you back.
100%.
Hey, rep your stuff, man. Tell us where we can find you, man.
Absolutely. Please check me out on the Aftermath on 102.9 Game Broad Street South Radio with my co-host Slick, aka the British guy who's always flying on standby. Sure. Also, the Bucks pregame, and then you can check out my YouTube channel. It's about Bucking Time. And then also, if you go to my page again and check out the link, you get this fly gear like this. I make my own clothes.
Ooh, I like that.
My motto is turn up in style, and reality checks don't bounce, and respect the process.
Let's go.
Let's get it, man. I love that. Let's go.
Yes, just to believe if you didn't catch it, we're going to put it in the comments.
Yes.
You got to follow this guy. I just did my research. Now I'm on his YouTube. I can't wait to be a fan. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I appreciate
I'm ready, AJ. I'm a believer already.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys' time. I'm actually going to go start my own show now. Thank you both for having me. And yes, as always, good luck to both of your teams. But I hope mine does better. you all have a blessed evening. Thank you, guys.
Peace, dog. Yeah.
Take care.
I freaking love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Man, only on Let's Talk Football.